to the lobby. This is going to be a basics of Overwatch coaching lobby. How this is going to work is I'm just going to explain kind of how your time is going to be used today and go from there. There will be time for questions in between stuff, so if I do ask if you guys have questions, feel free to ask questions. Probably between 1 or 2 questions in between when I do ask for stuff. So how this first part's going to go is the first phase is going to be a diagnostic phase. So meaning diagnosing what you guys need to work on as a team. During this phase, I want you guys to be tryharding, playing at 110%, doing your best, treating this like a scrim tournament, pickup game, competitive match, whatever the highest form of Overwatch you have played on. That's what I want to see you performing like today, or at least during this diagnostic phase. After that phase is over, will be the analysis part where I'll analyze the 4 things I'm going to be looking at, and I'll cover those in a second. I'll go over that, tell you guys what we need to work on, what was good, what was bad, things you may need to improve a little bit, or if I see anything, I'll mention anything that I did happen to that caught my eye a couple times. And then next thing is going to be after that is going to be the coaching phase. Now this is going to be the majority of the time. After the coaching, or once the coaching phase starts, the coaching phase is going to be kind of the complete opposite of the diagnostic phase, in the sense of like wanting to win and tryharding and stuff like that. During the coaching phase, all I want you to do is listen to what we need to be doing and do your best at doing that aspect. I don't care if we win, I don't care if we lose. The biggest goal during the coaching phase is to improve what you guys needed to improve on in the finite time that we do have. So just kind of keep that in mind when it comes to how your playstyle needs to go and stuff to that effect. All right. And then I guess if we have enough time toward the very last little bit, we'll do like a final showcase and see what you guys have improved on, and it'd be like a final diagnostic, I guess you could say. Speaking of the diagnostic phase, I will not have my mic muted, or I will not have my mic on, so I'll have my mic muted, talking to stream and stuff like that. And for anybody who is in stream, please go ahead and either, you guys already know the drill, either leave the stream or mute the stream. Either one will work, but I don't want you guys cheating during the diagnostic phase.
Plug your stream after the diag though.
I'll plug all my stream stuff after the analysis phase. And then if you guys want to follow along or something, then you can. If not, we'll do it there because I don't want anybody cheating. Next is I think that's pretty much. Oh yeah, the 4 things I'm going to really be looking at is going to be 1, team composition. Next thing is going to be positioning. Third thing is going to be ultimate usage, and last thing is going to be communication. So these 4 things, when we really looking at these things, so try to make sure your decisions and stuff are based off of what's a good team comp, positioning, all that type of stuff. So these are things I want you guys to be asking yourself and stuff like that while we're doing. So all right, so gotta go fast. Add a question. If you have great aim but bad positioning and game sense, how far can you go? You can probably go to diamond. It really depends on how good your aim is. But I would say you probably go diamond masters. Easily, probably. It depends honestly on how good it is, but I would easily say diamond masters. And then depending on how good it is, you could probably get really close to GM, but you have to have at least like 2 out of the 3 to get to GM. But that's pretty much how far you can go. All right, Al, OW Clarity, will there be pugs tomorrow? No, there will not be pugs on Monday. Tuesday is when we'll probably do pugs. We're 2-hour Tuesdays. So that's kind of the, guess we're turning all these lights to black. Thank you so much, Clarity, to make me invisible. But yeah, tomorrow will be, or Tuesday will be 2-hour Tuesdays where we do the pugs and stuff like that, hopefully. If we get enough people in stream and stuff like that. All right, I guess we got time for like one last question. Does anybody have any last questions or anything to that effect?
Nope.
No? Okay. Then, let's go ahead. You what? I need to change my, settings on my frame rate. So
how long have you been doing this?
These lobbies, maybe about like this time when I started back up, maybe 4 months. Before then, maybe about 6 or 7 or so, and then I stopped for a while.
Okay, so it's a really cool concept. So, all right.
So I kind of like Sigma on this one.
Okay. Get the.
We're defending.
Is there anything
You guys
specific
want
you guys
Bap
want
or
me
you
to
want
play?
Mercy?
Yeah, same for you. What do you guys want me to play?
Okay, so we're on defense. We have the Hanzo. If we want to be cheesy, we could test the waters with the Sim. If not, Junk's pretty good at this choke. There's a lot of spam potential there.
Alright. I'll just go ahead and go.
Do you guys want?
Junk.
You want Baptiste or Mercy?
So,
Mercy.
yo, y'all changing these colors like crazy. I might just leave my stream light on, just so it doesn't look
Hey, does somebody want to text me?
as bad.
Wait.
Ooh, excuse me. Because I don't want to, because I can't control, the stream light does not get controlled with this stuff. So it's a complete separate whole concept. So I might just leave that on so I don't have to keep hitting that.
Got a lot of
What's my V-tag?
a lot of anti-DPS stuff.
You can add it once you find a lobby. So,
Junk.
I'm not gonna give out my battle tag. You guys will just have to, if you get in the lobby, then get in the lobby. Best way to get in the lobby is be here when the stream starts.
Careful.
So,
Watch for hook.
alright, so our team comp already isn't terrible. We have nothing for a pharmacy if they want to swap to a pharmacy, other than like maybe an Ana. So it's going to be very difficult for us to deal with a Pharah if they have a Pharah.
Nice pick.
But the enemy team does not seem to be
Get hog.
Good shit.
really.
I back up a little bit, Zarya.
Send us on Mega.
Hey, Hanzo top, Hanzo top.
We get on.
Alright, back up.
Yeah, careful, Hanzo. Don't get huge. God, Hanzo, you're popping.
So they're doing pretty good on communication. Positioning
You say
isn't
he named
terrible
his
or
on your
anything
flag,
like
so-
that so far.
Watch hog here. Call out his hook when it's gone. So,
Curious
pretty much
about how the ultimates are going to be used, because anytime everything looks pretty good,
Purple, back up, back up,
ultimates
back up,
always
back
seem
up.
to be an
S, S, S,
issue.
S.
So, like I said, our team
Okay, we're
comp
good.
is
Hanzo up top.
a little bit
you know.
scary. Like I said, on defense, you don't really have anything to deal with. Pharmacy if they go far.
Ryan. I got you. Big shatter, fight it.
Okay, so we used 2 ults there to win that fight, and we was already kind of up 1. And we used the nano, so we just used
Careful, you're all low.
just used 4 ultimates.
Dodge Dragon too.
We just used 4 ultimates in a fight we already won.
Got boost on you.
So ultimates already right now are pretty
Top to top.
yikes.
There
so-
you go. Hog's is looking for you. He wants that hook really bad.
Now
They res
the
it.
enemy
They
team,
don't have res for this next fight,
they
though,
just
so
have to
it's
use 2 or 3, and that's it.
Hog now.
fine. I got you.
Like they could just use 3, and we don't have anything.
Gonna grab this line.
Reaper left.
Oh, Ryan. The
Grabbing
train thing,
after
watch it.
trains.
I'm
grabbing
down.
after this.
Right down. I got hooked.
They're grappling main.
I'll just go ahead and use tire, just like everybody else.
Yeah, I can't get up to you. I'm sorry.
Hey, we're down 2.
There's someone on high ground behind us.
Junk gets carry now.
Stay alive for this portion if you can.
I got you.
He
Kill
got
him.
trapped
Light him
again.
up. He's purple. Good pick. There you go. Hey, Zen on
Are
point.
we going to be able to pull this back?
I got heals.
Wow.
You're fine.
Oh, maybe
headshot, I'm
not.
dead. Careful. You have only Ana heals right now.
I hit that
Ryan.
blue run and I
I know how they said you only have Ana heals, like Ana doesn't heal a lot.
I shot
was
Zarya.
all-
Like you only have somebody who can
Hey,
output like 150 health like per second or some shit. Like you only like it's such a small amount.
No.
Junk tax.
Okay, I didn't have a tech this one. I got 60 for.
Nice
Does
lead.
Nano, is Zarya is high charge? Nano the Zarya.
I'm 100 right now.
So
Yeah, Nano that Zarya.
I did yellow. Yeah. They go in
Wasn't
order.
Position, but okay.
So it goes in the order that they come in. Each light color usually lasts for about 3
Zarya, you
minutes.
would come back for heals?
Or no, 5 minutes I
I
think.
killed,
I'm
So
good.
we had 2 blacks
Reaper
and
on the
then a
right.
yellow.
You're good.
So it's gonna be 10 minutes before something.
I'm grabbing early.
Oh, hey, we're down a healer. Back up. Hold us here. Never mind, I got the res. Watch.
Shit, I fucked that up.
On you.
I'm grabbing main. Okay.
Okay.
It's 10 seconds,
no
so
personal.
I mean it doesn't really matter at this
Watch
point.
it, watch
Dodge.
it.
So we're gonna play one more so that
Good.
we can see, make sure the same problems are happening, because like these ultimate usage was really
Should play a
shit.
comp game because we can't.
Alright, so we're gonna play one
Right.
more to make sure the same problems are happening over and over again, because there's definitely something that needs to be worked on. I just want to see if it's happening every single time. Look how many ults used here. Dragons, and then Nano, and then Valk comes out. After we're already up 3.
There you go. Hit him with a spam.
Doesn't make any sense there.
Hanzo's my main.
Alright, so let's go ahead back out. We're gonna go ahead and re-queue.
That was really fun.
So I'm really curious to see how they do here.
Are you muted or do you have like you're listening to our calls, right?
Yes, I can hear you guys. That's why I went.
So make
Yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah,
like, if you
I
guys
just
need
don't
me to
wanna
swap to
talk to you
something
about
or do something, let me know. I'm still playing and I'm still doing what I can. I'm obviously not going to try to carry or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys need me to do an ultimate at a certain time or switch to this hero, let me know and say it a couple times. If you don't see me swap or something like that, let me know. But other than
Not
that,
picking up the mercy. Weird.
I picked her up. I went back. I seen him type it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So good. Yeah, I think our comp there was fine. They didn't really they just didn't have enough push. Like,
They were so staggered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely staggered a lot of the time.
Well, we kept getting quick picks, so they didn't wait. But then when they did try to push, there wasn't much behind it. They didn't
Your
have much
voice
time
is
behind it. They just
alluring.
kind of-
Their
I don't know what
Rhine tried to
alluring
get in.
means. So
Yeah.
let me
That was the issue. Is the Rhine just broke. the
look up
entire
what
push
alluring
culture.
means.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey
you got
Siri,
this
what
guy.
does alluring mean?
they weren't very
We had a lot of damage
I find
coming
this on
out,
the
and
web for
Rhine
what does alluring mean.
Oh my god!
completely destroyed. anything.
Siri's an idiot. I don't know if anybody knows that. I
Sucks
love
playing Rhine right now.
Apple stuff. I do
love
not
Rhine,
necessarily
but it
like
is,
Siri.
it's like you have to build your team around him, otherwise, like you
It
can't just.
is
And you can't charge
alluring.
in. Just can't charge in with
Jesus
no one.
Christ. Powerful
I mean,
and mysteriously attractive or
shouldn't be.
fascinating.
Well,
Seductive.
The amount of players that do that is like.
Well, if you get
Yeah, it's
higher
like-
ranks,
it's
I
so
think
smart.
they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've only been in the lower ranks.
Yeah, like in gold, or I guess where I'm at right now is where I'm like finding that usually I can just smash with the Ryans, and like now at this SR, I'm like, oh, it's pretty even.
So.
So now I'm like thinking, oh, should I switch to Sigma? What am I doing? You know?
Sig's,
Figure it
I think Sig's
Yeah.
honestly more of an interesting character now that that shield nerf, because you have to play him different, you know, like he still has like a lot of frontline capability, but
So let's see if their
he's
ults are still as
definitely
fucked up
different.
as they
You
was the
can't
first
just spam shield
time.
anywhere and everywhere you
Really
want.
curious how this
Ooh, I love
works.
mine.
So we're on attack, so
Oh,
it's
yeah,
going to
what do we
really
want?
play into our positioning
Back.
and
Mercy.
engage and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be looking
Probably
for
just
here.
Mercy again here, honestly. We didn't even need the MR.
All right,
Good.
For attacking, I really like Sigma on this one, and to go in the building because of the AOE damage.
Do we want Genji?
So I'm
yeah.
thinking.
What's the other DPS you guys are wanting?
I'm
Okay.
Junk is good here again, but Genji could also work. I think
Alright,
Genji's fine,
okay, Genji.
especially with the.
Want to
the
play
Ana, so.
Genji Junk?
I like Hanzo. Hanzo has real quick picks. That's good.
All right. Just let me know if you guys want me to
Fast.
swap or anything, or if it
Yep.
may not be working or whatever. Just let me know.
Yes, sir.
All right. So with my crazy 6 hours on Genji now, I'll be able to carry on Genji.
All I
Hanzo,
do
I'm gonna try to
whenever
stick
I
with
play-
you.
All I do whenever I play Overwatch is just play Hanzo in arcade so I can improve my aim.
I've been climbing.
That is
my,
not the way to improve your aim as
my,
Hanzo.
DPS up a little bit,
Or
'cause I
as
don't-
anybody,
I don't mess with
really.
DPS usually, but
I don't
climbed it
trust
from, like,
So we're
myself.
not
I don't
playing
trust
against the same
myself
people, right?
playing my DPS.
Fried chicken. Okay,
Yeah.
fried chicken is
Oh,
not on here
17 to 2000.
on the
pretty quick,
on
actually.
the endorsement thing.
And
So
300 SR was good.
Well, I started in gold. I stayed in gold, almost made it to plat, and then we went down a little,
All
and I got
fashion
scared.
diva.
Fashion. Oh,
they
okay.
are all right there. We really got that res off. Wow.
I got you.
Why are
Fashion,
they
Yeah, we gotta
here?
go on that.
They're so far forward.
Farm.
There we go.
Ah,
Wait,
that's
Genji,
top.
back up
High
for
ground.
heals. Okay,
Back up for heals. I'm like only
Okay,
like
Diva,
20
under.
HP.
somebody's top. There you go. Diva. Shredder, sorry. They go box back. That's huge. Chase that Diva.
Don't die on this.
Behind us. Ball behind, ball behind. God, I just like didn't have anywhere to jump.
Hey, we need 3 on the point.
Okay, so that's a bad
No, we
thing
don't
on.
need 3 on the
You're,
point.
yeah, you only have Ana heals right now, so be careful. Yeah, as long as we have one
They
Ana.
have no lamp.
Ana, do you want me to play point or do you want to play point? Watch Genji needs to help you. I'm coming. Watch fire, fire. Good.
Grab dragon here.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I got you, Genji. Oh god, I messed up my thing. Back. I got you.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
chase that.
Let's push up. We only actually need
Yeah,
one
let's walk,
on
let's walk.
part.
the positioning isn't
Ultimate.
terrible. Ultimates
Fuck him up.
aren't as bad, but I mean that dragon came out before
Pretty
the
good. I have
grab,
ult.
so
I'm getting hit here. They have Ash.
We from
Careful.
Nano here.
That ball
yes.
likes to go on me a lot. Do not like me.
no.
Yo, Genji, come here. No, get out of the way. I'm trying to heal Genji. Everybody's getting in my way, Genji. I'm popping out. Walk. W now. You have Mercy ult. Go. I got you. Damage boosting. There you go. Get in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just bust these mines. Let's go. Walk. Help our Genji out. Help Genji. Oh, that was a bad jump. Ball.
Dragon?
Wait for grab.
We need to keep the pressure
Careful
on,
here.
so
Okay, we have Nade
we
here.
have Nano to use something.
On main. Oh, it's only a side. It's only a
Back on
bar
right
after
side.
The
that.
ultimates are
Creep
still
behind.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
Creep sleeping. Kill him. Turn around on him. Okay, creep behind us. There you go. Yeah, we gotta call that out.
Fall back. And behind.
Alright. Clean up the scragglers and we're done. Ball. I'm boosting you, sorry.
They can't focus down a ball.
Okay, I'm on.
Let's see how long it takes them to focus down these targets.
There you go. That was quick. Jeez.
Alright, so yeah, the same things are still an
Nah, I
issue.
said only one.
So.
Don't do 3 on cart because Impulse is gonna say something about that.
Well,
Oh,
it depends on what's going
I moved
on,
up
like if-
afterwards.
Well, no, I mean,
There's no,
sometimes it's better to take
Well,
rounds.
it's only like a 70% boost compared to like
It
the
depends.
10% boost.
It just
that
depends on what's
one,
going on.
one
Zarya
extra
was
person
killing it.
Yeah, quick play is the thing is it's super easy. That's the problem with it.
I mean, not always. I know people who make serious groups work.
okay, so yeah, sniper, I was gonna say something about it. But agent, I think it was agent that was the other one that was saying like a counter thing too. And it's like it does depend on like what the situation is, and you are right. But what does it actually depend on?
So usually when you want, like, if you're trying to make up time, like if there's a big time gap and you just need to get that done, that's usually when I'm piling people on. Or if it's like you're in overtime, you don't want, if you leave one on, they just get jumped.
Okay, yeah, okay, there's that there. So, to an extent, the first one not necessarily. Is there any other instances where you probably want to have 3 on?
When you're about to cap the point. When you won the fight and you're...
Yes.
It's
So there's that one. When you're about to end, it's usually going to be the last fight of street phase or second fight of street phase when you would want to put 3 on. The first fight of street phase, you don't need 3. The second fight on street phase, yes, you probably do want to have 3, and you should be able to get the point before they're able to come back in. If not, then they're not able to. And then also toward the end of third phase, third point, last fight of third point.
As much stall time.
Yeah, well, so that if you team wipe it's usually, I think it's the second fight, or yeah, it's the first fight you probably want to have 3 on, and then you take it off, just so you can move it a little closer. Then you take them off and then do 5v6, while the one person is still pushing the cart. And then if you take a team fight there, and you might be able to pull it all the way in. But yeah, the two major places where it's going to happen most common is going to be second fight, street phase. That's when you want to have 3 on at the end of that second fight. Other than that, there should just be 1 person on cart anytime you're moving it, and then the other 5 people should be pushing for it. And then like the overtime thing, if it is overtime, yeah, you want to make sure you keep an eye on that. But I mean, if you're scouting and you know where everybody's coming from and you do a team kill, then you don't necessarily need 3 people on there. You just want to make sure that person there is going to be somebody who is reliable to stay on the objective. Perfect example of this is when I was playing earlier today. We had a Zen. I was running Brig, and then we was running a Ball and Sigma and some other DPS or something like that, right? And it was on Dorado. We already caught first point, and we needed to rotate and get in position for our next objective, which was going to be the Streaks phase of second point. So our Zen was going to stay on point, and they was like, no, Ball's going to watch point. Zen needs to rotate to high ground because the high ground is going to be more valuable, and Zen can't really survive on himself on that objective with the team comp that they're running and stuff like that. So it will depend on who is going to touch point or who's going to hold point and who needs to not hold point and stuff like that. So it's going to depend, especially on the map and stuff like that too. So those are things you want to be looking for there. All right. Let's go over the analysis of stuff that was good and stuff that you guys are definitely going to work on, because it wasn't as bad second round, but it was definitely bad the first round. But there was hints of it also being bad the second round as well. So let's go with the good stuff first. And I'll say you guys' communication overall. You guys' communication was really good. It was kind of consistent. You guys had plans for the most part. You guys try to have plans. You guys are calling out where the enemy was, giving out information and stuff like that. Really good call there. And that's kind of all I really need to say about the communication aspect. Like I said, I don't think you guys need to work on communication really at all. Next thing is, I'd say y'all's team comps, but I'd say that's also kind of tied with your positioning as well. But no, I'll say y'all's positioning was probably pretty good. On defense, I don't know how you guys stayed alive after we were down so many on Volskaya and then brought it back. Y'all's positioning and giving them space and stuff like that was really good. It seemed to pay off, so really good positioning there. And also on the Nubani map, you guys had multiple people pushing up, and you only had 1 on cart, so that's really good there to take that space and to where we didn't really take any fights on the payload. That's kind of what you want to do, is you don't want to take any fights on payload. You want to take fights completely off of payload, so that if you lose the fight or win the fight or anything like that, you're still moving the payload no matter what. So that's something you want to keep in mind there. So I'll say y'all's positioning is probably the second best. So you guys had overall decent positioning, and you guys pretty much almost every time on defense, when you guys were defending, you guys didn't let them get out for free. There was like maybe 1 or 2 times y'all let 1 person out, but almost every time we was there, y'all got almost every kill. Y'all made them hard reset, which is really, really good. And a lot of lower ranks don't really do that. So that's really good that you guys understood that. You're like, all right, we're up 2. We need to kill the other people because it's a 6v4 right now. Let's kill these other people. And then somebody also called out the Hanzo on high ground when they seen like really good scouting and stuff like that to know, hey, back the fuck up. We got a sniper up here. You don't want to get one shot and stuff like that. So really good call there. Next thing. And I guess this kind of makes sense. Yo, what's up, Light? Is that the team composition on attack? It wasn't necessarily as problematic as in on defense. The reason why is because when you're on attack, you can play kind of whatever you want, and you can't really be punished for it. You can, because I mean, if you're on attack, you can literally go right back in the spawn if they're running something to counter you and swap to it. There's it's as simple as that. So that's a benefit of playing on attack and being able to play what you want. Now on defense, we was running for our DPS line, we're running a Hanzo and we're running a Junkrat, and then we're running an Ana and Mercy. So our tank line and support line is fine, but we literally have nothing to do if they want to come in with a pharmacy on defense on a map where far can work decently well, but you're at this point you're giving them a free pharmacy pick, and we can't really do anything about it. So if the map doesn't work out for her, then you're still giving it to them for free, because now it's like, it doesn't matter if the map works out for her, they don't have anything to counter it. So now you're kind of fucked. If they do, if the map does work for it, and then you still don't pick something to deal with the pharmacy, then it's like, you guys really fucked up. And you already know what they're going to probably be playing. It's like Junkertown, and you don't expect them, and for some reason you don't go a Widow or an Ashe or something like that can deal with snipers, because it's a Widowmaker map on the first part. So it's one of those things, understanding what the map is, sight lines, stuff like that, what people are probably going to be playing, but also being able to have a team comp that can kind of overall deal with a lot of situations. So that's something that you want to kind of look at when it comes to picking your team comps. Have something to deal with a lot of situations, not something that's going to hard focus one thing, because if they were smarter, and somebody mentioned this earlier, it's quick play, it's not going to be hard or anything like that. If they're smarter, they just swap and they destroy us, because we literally have nothing to do with the pharmacy. So that's something you want to keep in mind as well. Alright, so last but definitely not least, the thing y'all was fucking up on so much. Well, not necessarily so much, but it was so bad, it was just like, I was surprised it just kept getting worse. So, ultimates. Yeah, ultimates. Yikes. Okay, so on Volskaya, we open with dragons and shatter. So that's 2 ultimates. Fine. We get 2-3 kills. That's fine. Then we invest nano. Don't understand why we invest nano. Even if somebody's critical, we still have mercy for res. We don't need to invest nano after we get the 3 kills. Then we Valk right after that. After the 3 kills have definitely been on the play, like have been on the thing, and we Valk right after. Doesn't make any sense why we Valk there either. So we use 2 extra ultimates. We blow 4 ultimates in a fight we was already up a 5v6. And we probably didn't even need 2 ultimates in the beginning. We may have only needed 1. But we used 2, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of like iffy there. You guys didn't really coordinate what you guys are doing. You guys just kind of hit Q. And then the other 2 ults came out, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, it just kept getting worse and worse. And I was very surprised that the enemy team just didn't punish us for it, because we didn't have anything for the next fight, and we wouldn't have anything for the fight after that anyways, after that other one. So that's why we almost lost, but you guys' positioning and stuff kind of made up for it, and you guys was able to play. But honestly, I think they were just bad, and you would have been able to beat them anyways, so it didn't really make that big of a difference. And then this kind of came out a little bit on Nubani. It was a little bit different just because he was taking so much space and we was kind of staggering him out. And I kind of helped with that with using the blade, which I shouldn't have used blade to zone them back.
We were like 90 into nano, and I was like, oh, we wait for nano, and we nano blade, and you just went in and pulled out the blade, and I'm
well,
like,
we didn't need nano blade in the first place. We just needed an ult to come out.
Yeah.
Because the payload was getting close to second point. The blade was just really there to zone them back and make them not push in. That's all it was. If I wait another 5-6 seconds for you to get nano and they use something else instead, they get an opportunity, and now we're zoned out, or you die, or somebody dies, and now it comes where we're on the defensive when we're trying to make them on the defensive. So that's pretty much what that is. Is just kind of a zoning, and if I get some kills, great, but if not, they're not going to push into that. So those are the things that you want to look for too. Next thing, the grab dragon thing, that wasn't coordinated at all. The dragon came out way early, and the grab just luckily caught some people in it because it was rushed. And I mean, that wasn't even coordinated. That is a surefire. Like, they didn't have, I don't think they had any, they didn't have any defensive here. Well, they had a Baptiste for a little bit, but
they switch into more armors.
Yeah, they didn't have any defensive things to save them for grab dragon, and we just kind of yeeted that in there on a pretty much guaranteed kill, or guaranteed kills and stuff like that. which you can't really throw away combinations like that if you have them lined up, and it's not like we needed to rush anything down or anything like that. We had enough time to coordinate stuff. It was just like, oh, we got dragons, gotta hit Q. Like, that's pretty much how it went down. And that's how a lot of ultimates and stuff, what it seemed like, went down. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work on ultimates. I'll explain how we're going to work on ultimates in a second. Let's see if there's any questions.
Yeah, I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what are some, like, are there any, like, times when you would just use alt just to, like, save the point? Is that okay? Or is it, like, you should always be comboing, or you should plan it out?
Never really try to combo. Like, if you need to combo, then yeah, but most of the time you don't need to combo stuff. A lot of times you're going to open with an ultimate, and then if you need to follow up with something with it, then yeah, but usually you want to give it about like 2 to 3 seconds to see if it's going to survive, if you're going to be able to kill people, because usually if an ult comes out, the enemy team's going to ult right after, and if they ult right after, then you'll probably have to throw a second one in there to keep it going in your favor. So that's something you probably want to look at there when it comes to ultimates, like throwing ultimates in. But you gotta remember, you're not necessarily comboing those two ultimates, you're just countering an ultimate that just came out. And when you say save the point, what do you mean by save the point?
Or, yeah, I guess that's another question itself. Should you ever try and, like, say that it's 3 versus 1 and you can ult and kill those 3? Is it worth the risk, or should you just...
How much time do you have left?
Let's say it's, like, in the middle.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, unless you know for a fact you can. But if you're on defense, it really depends. It's a very gray area. If you're on,
well, just
like, if you're, no, there's not like a real, just in general question, because like, that's the first question I asked is how much time you have left, and that's going to be the biggest deciding factor. Because if you have 1:20 left and you can maybe try to do it, but it's a big risk, I would say no, because you're not going to have your ult before that 1.5 is up, if you get anything. And now if you have 5 minutes left, yeah, go ahead, go for it. If you know that you can probably, if it's a decent risk and you think you can do it, yeah, go ahead, go for it. But if not, then that's like one of the biggest deciding factors is the time. And then also how close you are to the objective too. So if the objective's like 5 meters away or something like that, then yeah, I would probably go ahead and risk it. If it's not, and you still have another team fight to go for, they can still stall out. And also really depends on when the last people were dead as well. So if they just died and then they're coming back from spawn, then no. But if they're still spawning back in, and the enemy team hasn't even left their spawn yet, then yeah, you could probably go for it. It's a big thing on timing. That's the biggest deciding factor when it comes to making a play like that, is going to be how much time do you have left? How much time do you have on the map? How much time do you have till they come back from spawn? How much time do their abilities come back online, and or ultimates, stuff like that. All that stuff is a big time factor. So a lot of the cases I would probably just lean in no, unless you just got a shit ton of time. So
okay.
Or if you're gonna swap heroes. If you're gonna swap heroes, yeah, definitely. Every single time.
No, the time thing was that's a good point to keep. Thanks.
Alright, any other questions? Got time for maybe one or two more?
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the Mercy ult, so I popped that just because I saw a bunch of criticals. I mean, would you consider that like a complete waste? Like, I guess I saw a bunch. Okay, because
so let me ask you a question.
The whole team was critical.
How much healing per second do you do as Mercy?
No idea. I don't play healer a lot, so I don't.
So
really know
you do roughly around, like, I think it's 55 right now base healing.
Okay.
And then when you Valk, it's obviously increased, but it's not like a burst heal or anything like that. Do you have any idea how much more you do?
No.
Okay, so you do about 60. But it is ranged from 5 people, or it can stretch to everybody on the team. But it's only 60 per second. So even if somebody's critical, that 60 per second ain't saving anybody's life. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as, like, say if you're a Widow and you're dueling another Widow and Zen uses a trance on you, is that going to save you from that headshot?
Okay, I got it.
So
no, not at all.
Yeah.
You did.
So Yeah, so those are things that you want to be thinking of. And the Valk is not necessarily a defensive ultimate. It's just more so going to be keeping the momentum in your favor, and kind of letting your team hold their ground with that. Not necessarily, it's not going to be saving anybody's life. So you have to use it. Oh, they're pushing in hard or they're doing stuff here. Let me go ahead Valk to kind of keep our team that's already full HP. Let's get the value of that damage boost first, and then be able to heal them through that damage boost if something happens. You're gonna get more value doing it that way than trying to save somebody's life. All right, I got time for one last question. If anybody has any last questions or anything like that. No? Okay, so somebody's asking about the stream. It's my name _W if you haven't found it yet, but I'll plug all that later. If anybody wants to come back and stream, feel free to, it doesn't matter. But now is going to be the coaching phase. So I told you guys what we're going to be working on is going to be ultimates. So how this is going to work, it's super simple. I'm going to coordinate all of the ultimates for the time being, for maybe 2 or 3 games, depending on how much time we have. There's a couple of ultimates that I'm not going to coordinate. When we're playing in these lobbies, if you happen to hit Q and I did not coordinate your ult, or did I not tell you to use it that fight or something like that, we'll back out of the lobby and I'll explain why it was bad. Just to punish you, because you can't just hit Q just because you see an opportunity. You need to make sure your team's going to be able to follow up with it, make sure the timing's right and stuff like that. There will be a time later on where you will get to make these decisions, but I would rather be able to stop and start over rather than you do this in your own competitive game and then end up losing because you threw an ultimate in that didn't need to be used, and now you waste your time and SR because you hit Q because you thought you needed to. So couple ultimates like I'm not going to be coordinating to a certain aspect, and we'll start with supports first. Is going to be defensive ultimates, and we're going to keep this as black and white as possible. So Ana, Lucio, Zen, if we're playing any of these heroes at any time and you see somebody critical or something and you feel like we need to use it, go ahead, hit Q. I'm not going to tell you to use defensive ults at a certain time or anything like that. You use it whenever you feel like we need to keep the momentum going or anything like that. And for every single ultimate here, if I say we do not need to use any ults, we do not need any ults. That goes for support line as well. So if I say don't use any ults, don't use any ults, and then we use beat or we use nano or something, going back is out as well, because you got to be able to listen. Because we're backing out at this point. We're not going in. So those are the 3 support elements that I'm not going to be coordinating. Next is going to be DPS. So for Widowmaker, I'm not going to coordinate your ultimate. So if you're playing Widow, I'm not coordinating your ultimate. You can kind of do it your own time. If I do need to coordinate it, I'll probably coordinate it for like a Tire, or if we're running like maybe a Hanzo and running Dragon or something like that, then we might do that. But other than that, I'm probably not going to coordinate it. I'll let you know beforehand if we're going to need to coordinate something, but you feel free to use it whenever you'd like. Now the other one, I'm going to coordinate all the tank ults. Now for one, that's going to be, I understand this is a little tough and stuff like that, but for Reinhardt, I'm still going to coordinate yours, but I need you to let me know when you're around 85%. Once you hit the 85%, if you're in the middle of a fight or something like that, I'll let you know if we need to use Shatter whenever you get it. And if you're at like 85, you're like, hey, I'm at 85 on Shatter, we're still fighting, I'm going to be like, hey, we need to use Shatter as soon as you get an opportunity. As soon as you see an opportunity, hit Q. And then after that, we're not going to use it. If we have it before the fight starts, I'll let you know before the fight. Every time before we do a fight, I'll let you guys know what ults we're going to be using. Anytime we're going to be fighting and stuff, you guys will be in charge of using it at a certain time. I'm not going to tell you when to actually hit Q. I'm just going to tell you, hey, we're going to use, let's say we're running a Pharah and a Zarya ult. Hey, we're going to grab first, and then we're going to follow up with Barrage. We're going to combo grab and Barrage. All right. So I'm not going to tell you when to hit Q. I'm just going to tell you these are the ults that are coming on that we're going to use this fight, and that's it. So just be ready, be in position, stuff like that. For everybody else, if your hero that you may not play or something like that did not get called, if you happen to get your ult online mid-fight or something like that, be ready to use it. Doesn't mean you are going to use it, but I will be hitting tab and stuff like that to keep an eye on ultimates. If you want to go ahead and let me know, hey, I'm at 90 on this ult, or do you need my ultimate this fight? Talk in third person, because I don't know who the fuck you guys are. So if you need, like, say you're running Mercy and you're like, hey, do you want Valk this fight? No, we don't need Valk. Or yes, go ahead, use Valk as soon as you get it. I'll let you guys know if it's mid-fight or something like that. If you guys get close, let me know. If you see an opportunity for the ultimate, let me know. Like, hey, do we need high noon here? Or do we need pulse bomb? Do we need grab? Do we need whatever? I will let you know. I'll be more than happy to let you know if you see an opportunity. If you see an opportunity and I say no, that is your cue to not use any ults. So just kind of keep that in mind when it comes to hitting Q and stuff like that. All right, any last questions or anything before we get started on this, the coaching phase? No? Okay, then let's go ahead, get started then. Like I said, you guys can play whatever. I'm not worried about anything else other than ultimate usage. So I don't care what heroes you're playing. I don't care what positioning you're in. I don't care anything else, really. The only thing when it comes to positioning is like, if we need a reset, I would like to go ahead and get a full reset so we can come in as a team and use stuff to get like coordinated. If we're staggered in 90% of the time, we're not really going to have a good time to use ults. So just kind of keep that in mind. But other than that, if you're playing a certain hero, I would recommend play heroes that you play a decent amount of, so you can understand when to use your ults. But other than that, just listen to when we need to use ults, and if you don't understand when or why I'm saying to use a certain ult or anything, please feel free to ask, because with the time that we have now, we should be able to have a chance to where you guys coordinate your ults and stuff like that. So
I feel like staggering is like the word, like that's the most common when I play these games. Like groups that stagger hardcore.
To an extent.
As soon as they die, they just run to point.
To an extent, yeah. There's that a little bit. And also people try to stay alive for too long instead of just dying. That can cause a little bit too, but staggering can cause a whole team fight.
I would say
to not
every
be.
single game I play, there is a good 30 to 1 minute of time that people waste by staggering.
That's probably about true. But I mean, if it's only 30 to 1 minute, that's fine. But you still have, but you still have decent. Like you probably have maybe 2 to 3 decent pushes, and during those pushes, there are going to be more problems that are happening. And it's usually one of these 4 categories and stuff like that. So that's why I have these 4 categories. Because this is stuff that I've seen from.
Repeat that again? The 4 categories?
Team composition, positioning, ultimate usage, and communication.
Ooh. Okay, we're on Lucy now. What do we want, team?
I don't care. Sniper, what are you going to play so I can just pick what I want to play?
Something like back down on.
Like I said, I don't care to win. I don't care to lose. All we're doing is coordinating ultimates. So whatever you want to play, pick whatever you want to play. That is.
Hey, like you said last round, we need to. Okay, we got a sniper.
Well, I mean, I'm just playing this because I don't have to coordinate my ultimate, and I want to play Widow. That's pretty much it. I'm not worried about winning. That is not what this lobby is going to be. This is going, like, obviously try and stuff to do your best, but your main goal for the next 46 minutes and 42 seconds is going to be ultimate usage. Is just working on ults. So.
Okay. It's gonna be fun. I don't really. Absol's just gonna kind of be a healing usage here. I mean, Widow, I guess, can fucking destroy people. Is it no Risa?
They got Faramir. Nice.
Oh, here?
I tanked her. Good.
Someone behind us?
Diva top.
Oh damn, that McCree.
Diva down.
Wait, come back, you. Why that Cree?
All 4 of them.
Who's that?
I feel like I got hit with something else. Oh, it's probably the it was the Diva. I didn't even recognize how much health I had left. And I keep forgetting I have 175 health instead of 200.
I'm reloading.
He was behind.
Bap, as soon as you get your ult, go ahead, use it.
I have ult here.
Bap, use your, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, you can use your Bap ult here. You can use your Bap ult.
That's bad. I didn't think we were. I should have waited around the corner. That was bad positioning.
We're 4, hold up.
Good pick. Watch it, Fires right above you guys. I think it was Baby Diva. Just
No.
Watch it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we probably need to reset.
Yeah, it's a reset.
Come on.
Let's back up. Okay.
Reset other tunnel. I got shield.
And Jim, come to
I
save.
didn't know if our BAP would be able to keep
Oh,
our
okay.
D.Va
I can't.
alive, so.
I'm just
Are we
healing.
going top?
Yeah, we can push top.
Yeah,
Watch
Ryan,
this.
whenever you get shatter, go
Jump
ahead,
with-
use it. If we're gonna touch point. Never mind, don't use anything.
Ah, shit.
This fight's over. Don't use any else here. They already got the point, so it doesn't matter.
Better get out.
They got D.Va bomb. Careful.
Ah, I got popped.
That's fine.
Hey,
The
group up.
fight's over. They already capped the point, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was trying to get out.
Pharaoh to the left.
Okay. I was gonna say, do we want to get hit this game, but we will.
Yeah, my shield is toasted.
Close enough.
Oh, can I get it with the
Hey,
SMG?
protect your teammates. We're in risk of staggering.
Yeah.
Eva.
Right, so let's
Reloading.
go in with Blade first. Okay, never mind. We're gonna
Okay,
go
we
in
lost
Shatter.
No
Oh god, these sights. But yeah, go with Shatter here.
Break the shield. Break the
Just
shield,
Shatter
guys.
under the shield.
Try it.
They don't-
Shatter. There you go. Freeze.
No more ults.
They. Reloading. Okay, good.
Yeah, if they're on the payload, you can Shatter
I
under the
know.
shield and it hits everybody. So
Good tip.
there's no need to wait
Did
for
not know that.
And also, if they're running an Orisa, once the shield's there, you don't have to break the shield. Just walk in front of it. She can't place another one.
Okay.
Yeah, she has like
And
a
we-
10-second cooldown, I think.
Yeah, and we also have a Lucio, so they can't. Once you see it put down, that's it. All right, we need to open with
I
Blade
I have
here.
my ult. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna use Blade this
I
fight.
have my ult up.
Pharaoh top right.
Diva, if you get Demet, you can use Bomb, but we're gonna open with Blade. We need to go with Blade.
Alright, so I should use it?
Whenever we're using it this fight, so
Then. Freeze on me. I have window whenever.
we shouldn't need it. There's no more ults. No
Yep.
ults here. Don't use anything.
Yep.
All right,
Come
so
here,
My internet was up
Come to
at
bat. To bat.
300.
Yeah, I'm
You're fine.
reload.
we're gonna use Shatter this fight.
Okay.
Okay, so since I've been ult tracking and stuff, I don't know if you've been ult tracking as well, Lucio. They're going to have barrage, so you need to make sure you're ready to use beat when they barrage. You can
They're
use it
top
if we get low HP or anything like that, but ideally, their big thing's going to be barrage this fight. So Shatter. So Ryan, you need to Shatter 1, Shatter 2. It doesn't matter. You just need to hit Shatter this fight.
Cars behind.
Watch it, Mongo. It. Oh shit! Run! Walk into the mega. Walk into the mega. Oh, what the hell? I'm in a wall. That's silly.
Diva, if you get Demect here, go ahead and use it.
Ooh, you getting out, Genji?
Oh my god, my internet.
All right, that's a wipe. Let's regroup to
Diva, if you
Diva.
can get back, I can kill you.
Alright,
We still
so
get a touch. We have time for a touch. here.
let's open with Diva Bomb, and then we can follow up with
This Diva can die.
Diva, Diva, Diva.
yeah.
You maxed her?
Go into Diva Bomb.
We got a touch.
We need to follow up with Bap ult.
Yep.
No more ults. We should be fine.
Hey, there's the free on the back left.
Yeah, I don't really get a lot of.
Now he's
Outdoor.
low.
Fuck. Yeah. Mercy.
We can
Oh,
blade
Mercy
here.
with Diva.
We can blade. Blade, 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 blade. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
He's still up.
Swapping down.
Well done.
We're still
holding
kind of
this?
staggered. Yeah, we're holding this. Sam, make sure
Okay,
you're
I'm
always
coming.
are watching point.
They have a Mirage, dude.
Nope. I mean, you can use it for any. You can use it for any defensive things, but I'm just saying that's going to be
Oh,
the
I
big
thought
thing they're
that
going to use.
Hey, use it.
No, like I've been on the
far trying to.
Oh, he heard use
I
it.
did. I
hit
heard
you.
you said use it.
No, not for shatter.
I knew one of us was gonna do it. I knew it was gonna happen. Unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was
My
for.
bad.
I was talking to the Lucio for beat.
You're grounded now.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
was saying
my
he can
bad,
use it
guys.
whenever you want. So big thing there is like, okay, the reason why that was going to be bad is because where you guys was positioned. You guys know how far the payload was, right? Payload's only 5 meters away. If everybody's up there dealing with that shatter, how far you guys was up? The FAR's already behind. She literally just backhats us, and then we lose. That's one thing. Also, the other reason why I'm using shatter all the time, they're running in Orisa. Well, they was running in Orisa all the time. Ryan's going to get an easy shatter off almost every single time. Like almost a guaranteed 1 or 2 people. Because there's not going to really be anything that they have to block. They just walk in front of the shield and goodbye. So that's why I'm using shatter pretty much every single time. Diva bomb, I'm trying to hold on to Diva bomb for stall. So if Diva gets demeched or anything like that, we can stall it on point. Beat, you can use beat. Like I said, it's a defensive ult. You use it whenever you feel like it. There's multiple times where you could have used it and we would have been fine. But like in the time that you didn't use it, time that you could have used it, you should have, and you would have already had like 1 or 2 back online. So don't try to hold defensive ults forever. Just save 1 or 2 people. Like I said, if you feel like we need to use it, go ahead and use it. If I tell you to hold it for something specific, I'll let you know to hold it for something specific. Like when I was talking about the barrage, it's not me telling you need to hold it for barrage. I'm just letting you know, hey, I'm alt tracking. Obviously everybody knows they have barrage. So they're going to be using barrage, so just be ready for the barrage if you're going to use it there. If you use it anywhere else, it's fine. I'm not telling you to hold it for anything specific. Bapalt's getting his every 20 seconds, so pretty much anytime we have it, I'm going to try to open with Bapalt. Unless we have Shatter, because that's almost a guaranteed ultimate we can get value from with their team comp that they're running. And then if we need something, I'll follow up with a Bapalt so that Bap can get either more heals or more damage off or anything to that effect. That's pretty much what I'm using that there. So that's the thought process on the ultimates that I'm using. The blade is depending on what other ultimates we have. So if we have Shatter, I'm going to use Shatter first. If we don't have Shatter and we don't have and we get a full reset, then that's when I'm using the blade, like at that beginning fight there, a couple fights ago, where they was coming out, we didn't really have anything. All right, we're going to use blade this fight. And then that one fight where it was mid fight, we're trading back and forth and they're still kind of putting pressure on us. So we need to kind of make them sit the fuck down. And that's what Blade's going to do. Blade's going to stop them from coming in. It is going to make them full reset. That's going to buy us enough time to get regrouped, reset back up, and kind of like give us some breathing room. That's kind of what that's going to be. So that's kind of the hot process on those things. So let's go ahead and go back into it. Does anybody have any questions or anything on why I'm saying anything, or do y'all not understand a little bit of the thought process there?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I've always wanted to be like see somebody else's perspective on the other team when that happens. Should you use speed when Genji's ulting? You should use speed if you're not doing anything. If you're moving. Anytime you're moving to an area, if you're pushing somebody, pulling out, or anything, speed should be on. So, to answer, hopefully that answers your question for anything. If you're following somebody around and make sure that, yes, use speed boost. If they're staying in one spot, then there's no point of having speed. Unless they're full HP, then if they're full HP, then keep it on speed, but yeah. For the other lobby, I've always wanted to see what they've said.
It's a star fight.
Not a lot of times. I mean, if you can, the only reason why I said on that first point there to start off with bomb, because that'll zone them back, which will give us space to drop down, and then Ryan can maybe charge in and make people get moved out of the way or something like that. But it's really just going to zone them out so we can actually touch a point pretty easily.
On this map,
Okay.
what do you prefer for tanks? Because I don't do great on this map.
We're in gardens.
I don't care. Sniper, what are you playing?
I don't think Ryan Zari's bad here. but I don't know. I feel like Ryan Zari is just gonna be like a traditional, like old school shit.
Sniper, I'm gonna play Widow. If you want Widow, just let me know.
What do you guys want for heal?
I was thinking Widow, but I don't
Anybody have a
really
preference?
play Widow on this map, so I don't think I would play Widow.
No, that's fine.
Okay, but we still got hit scan, so.
What do you guys want for
You don't necessarily need to. So against the pharmacy stuff, you don't necessarily need to have a hit scan. You just need to have a way of dealing with the Pharah. And on that map, we just had.
That can accurately deal damage.
Yeah, we only had an Ana that can really deal damage to the Pharah. The Hanzo maybe, but I mean it's more of a projectile. Yeah, it's not going to be. Yeah, exactly. It's not as reliable. So if we had like an Ana or a Zen and then like a Diva or something like that, then yeah, we can still deal with the Pharah.
It looks like they're going into the
They're
hallway.
going hookah.
Yeah, there. Somebody's at the top.
Sorry, point. Sorry, no personal.
Loading.
3 soldier on main. Sorry, no personal.
Zari, purple.
Sorry, down. Let's push out. She's getting rep.
Got you.
Ooh,
Sorry,
royal
up.
charge.
Oh god, sorry.
No personal.
Purple again. Oh, got me.
So Ana, you're completely out of position, by the way.
85 for and what was that?
You're out of position.
Okay.
That's why you died. You should just take
Hey,
the high ground.
soldier on the stairs.
So we need to open with Shatter this fight. So
All right,
Healers
I'm opening
right
with
now.
Shatter to
Careful.
make
You
sure.
don't have healers right now.
yeah,
Are we back grouped up?
should be fine.
I'm with Hog on the left, and I started with Offer Ship.
Yeah, both tanks on the left. Ooh.
Back up, back up. I have nano.
We still need a. All right, can we oh, we can't use Soul Hog here.
That
You said you aren't calling nanos?
I'm not calling defensive nanos. We can dragons here.
Okay.
So if you need to use it to save somebody's life, go ahead use it.
Okay.
I was on that hub.
Hog purple?
Oh, soldier back right on high ground.
Yeah, he is.
We need whole hog here. We're gonna need to use whole hog here.
Oh shit!
We need to make sure we're still holding on the objective, so do not lose the objective.
Okay, that's.
Unless you die on point, obviously.
God damn it.
Yeah, we got separated.
I should have nanoed.
Yep, should
Maybe
have.
not. They were rolling us.
Hey, fall
Nope, you
back.
should have nanoed. We're at 67%. You should have
We're
nanoed.
3. We're about to be 4. Stay put.
No one
You got
can
shield.
hide from my sight.
Oh,
Hans on your right.
you guys are all hurt.
A legend falls.
I say go in the hallway. We're getting separated.
Okay,
Come
follow
to the
Ryan.
hallway.
This is still winnable.
Mercy's
This
dead.
is still winnable.
Green no flash.
Watch out for Hawk.
Oh, I got really. We can't help you. We're good.
They use their
Yeah,
ults.
you guys get out.
Your shield
This
on
is
me.
this is over.
Yep, watch it.
So you would have already had a second nano if you would have nanoed.
Yeah.
Like y'all are having defensive ults, but you guys are not using them defensively.
Yep.
Like I said, it's to keep our momentum going for it.
I'm at
So-
90%. Shatter.
All right, so we need to open with Hanzo here.
Onto the shield behind.
Walk it.
We need Shatter here. Whenever you get it.
Not yet.
Mercy soldier behind.
This is still winnable.
Lucy sleeps.
This is last fight.
Sorry's on me.
Hog, go ahead, use your ult whenever you get it.
Ryan, take it. Zari's on your Ana.
Nice.
Zari got me. Swing, fucker swing. Hog's ulting, careful. Okay, Grease
Right.
down.
We shouldn't need any more ults
Oh,
here.
Lucy on the right. Left, sorry.
Oh yeah, we do. Mercy go.
Where's your half?
Coming in, I'm there in 2.
Yeah, we're 2 only, so.
Yeah, if you can make it to point, you need to use
Mercy
ults.
sleep.
It's overtime. This is.
Okay.
Ah,
Oof. I don't think I can get there in time. Nope.
Nope.
that's my
So-
bad. I should have threw that.
Yeah.
nano first.
So in
Quicker.
5 minutes almost, you guys only used 1 beat and 1 nano. So anytime that you're done, anytime that you're like the fight's going back in the enemy team's favor, or they use an ultimate or something, you probably need to use an ultimate to stop them from using an ultimate.
Got it.
So you need to be using it to keep the momentum and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yo,
I think
what's up, Mystic?
I was messing up because I was like holding
Avoid
that weight
his
to
best
see
coach.
if you
Okay.
wanted to like leave with a nano Ryan or some crazy shit.
If I want
I guess-
to use Nano Run, I will let you know. But if not, you need to
got it.
use it defensively every single time.
On it. Get a monkey now. It's fun.
It's really curious to see how they use their defensive, like to use it defensively. Like if we're not going to, and that's something that's a big problem is like understanding like, okay,
Reaper no shift.
they can't use it for attack, but they never use it defensively.
Close your half.
So that's a big issue that people need to understand.
He's purple. There you go.
Mercy half.
They got
Mercy 1.
Hog on the right quarter.
Sorry, no personal.
Hog, sorry.
reloading. Hog purple. He's done.
Alright, so Ryan, whenever
90%.
Ryan, you get Shatter here, you can probably we're gonna open with Shatter, so
Just watch the bubbles.
yeah.
Hey, watch the right side too, somebody.
All you need to do is get 1 or get 2. It doesn't matter. 1 or 2 is fine. You got it? Go.
That's big.
I shouldn't have sharp.
Reaper purple. Maybe not.
Reaper no shift.
Don't die. No, Hog, monkey, you ate it.
I mean, Nano Monkey is not bad.
Yeah,
I know, I
but
was trying to say
you already have your ult, so it's no. That was a good.
I
It
just
was
got
a,
it.
it
I
was an
got it
okay
off the map.
nano, but I mean the thing is too, like I get that you try to save his
Wait, fall
life,
back, wait, fall back.
but we already killed 4 people, so it didn't make a difference.
True.
It's not like we would have lost it with that. All right, so we're gonna open a pulse bomb here. Let me see if I can.
Come over here. Come over. Oh god.
All right, we need we're gonna need high noon. Monkey, if you get low, then go ahead and
You guys
use
are
it.
running away from me.
Someone.
We need high noon here.
Where are
Zone
the
him
feet?
out.
Oh, wait for a shield or something. Reaper behind.
Sorry, on the higher
Sorry,
one.
no frontline.
My internet. is
Hog
Sorry,
sleeping.
point no personal.
That's fine.
Hog sleeping left.
Sorry, son.
Barriers
Jump
down.
pad.
Barriers down.
Yeah, let it.
Okay,
let
so
it-
Monkey, at this point, don't use your ult.
There you go.
We need to use Shatter if we get it.
Sorry, no personal.
Monkey, you can use your ult if we get low.
Lucy's sleeping.
Uh,
Oh shit.
okay. No more ults. That was a unlucky
We're at
time
99,
there.
so we
Yeah.
just get 1 team fight. We're done.
I only got 2 with that all.
But it's fine. They ulted as soon as we ulted there, so oh well.
I'll probably have it at the end of next.
90% of the time, I'm not even paying attention when I'm playing DPS. That's why I'm playing DPS because it doesn't matter.
Sorry, no personal.
Also, I think that when the
gonna
soldier
be
goes
invested.
flanks to the right, we need to harass him.
Yeah, that soldier's pain in her ass right now.
Alright, so
Yeah, that
we need to
soldier's
just
always gonna be
do.
on the right
At
flank.
this point, we're not using any ults if they come online. So we need to go in, take a fight, build our ults. So we need to make these quick. Because they're going to use all their
There,
ults right
I
now.
have my own.
That's fine. Don't use anything. We ain't
Yeah,
using anything.
nobody hit.
No ults. No ults at all.
Hog no. They're purple. I think I got 2 there.
Reaper
Just
no
keep,
shift.
just keep pushing in.
Or make a space. Go.
No ults. No ults yet.
Oh shit, he's purple.
We ain't using anything. Let them use their ults. No ults here.
Yep.
All right, we can probably go ahead and reset because we got 5 ults coming
Yep.
online. Let's go ahead and reset. All right.
Oh,
So we
look,
need.
got, what they're on.
We're gonna open with Shatter this fight. So let's open with Shatter. Let's wait for McCree, and then we can open.
I
Yeah.
was trying to keep them up.
I got solo
What?
grab. Yeah, I'm 100 energy. I'm worth.
Yeah. We need a.
Oof.
I'm backing.
All right, so we got like 5
Alright, back,
seconds
back,
to
back.
like reset and go back in because we need to get ready to go in.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna open with Shatter.
High ground.
Reaper right.
We're gonna open with Shatter, and then make sure we.
They're purple. They're all purple.
That's
Oh
fine.
my god. That's
Okay, we
good.
need to grab the last person on point, if there's anybody else there.
There we go. That's good.
Okay, so we need to. Yep, there he goes. Go ahead, use that, and then grab anybody else if they're able to
That's
coach.
Oh, that was actually a good grab. That was...
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's a new angle.
That's a great angle.
So in King of the Hill, just because it's 100 to 99, it wasn't even close. Because we're waiting for all. They have to use ults every single time once they retake it, and all we gotta do is just wait for all ults to come online. Simple as that. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing. Like, we can lose 2 or 3 fights. We just need to make sure we're ready to push in at a certain point. If we get 1 or 2 kills, then I may start pulling more ults. But if not, I'm not gonna. There's no need to use anything.
Sounds good.
I didn't think it was going to get 4, but I seen them all close together, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and use that.
Brick,
Brick, no
I
shield
think.
bash.
No, yeah, brick. Yeah, there you go.
Coming from the left
Honestly.
side of the hallway.
Oh,
My bad,
shit.
my bad.
Who followed?
Real
Oh,
meaning,
thanks.
real meaning.
Shields down.
I got you. Maybe. Yeah, don't die.
Oh, no hook. Real
Reloading.
flash.
And that's why you don't fan the hammer. Because there's inconsistencies like that.
Hog.
Break.
Bridge to boulder.
See, now
Sorry,
Berg's
no
out of
personal.
position. She ain't gonna be effective.
Mario
And
one.
they're chasing me because I'm going around this other flank angle.
Oh god.
Can we get that McCree? No. Just let it go, or should we fight? Okay. Back up.
Yeah, careful.
No, I was just going this.
Cover in
I
this
have,
building.
I have cooldowns, so it's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna open with Pulse Bomb since I have my ult
Yep.
first. See if I get
Nice.
anything.
Switch the Kree into a Doom.
Oh boy. I tried to sleep.
Alright.
Ryan's sleeping? Nope, Ryan's awake. I'm backing up. I have.
We should
I
not.
have mana.
We do need ults here. We need Grav. Use Grav and Nano. We need Grav and Nano here.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, Kree, I guess you're popping off.
No more ults. No more ults. No more ults. We won.
Yep.
We're fine.
And I have Shatter again.
Alright.
Careful, Lucy.
For first time.
Should use beat there.
I know. No.
Alright.
I was trying to save you, Lucy.
We can try it. If you can get a shatter, go ahead, go for it.
They wasted. Yeah.
Go for shatter. Go for shatter. We need shatter here. Get 1 or 2.
Your killers are back right now. They're coming back right now. There we go.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Damn.
Give him the
Doom's like 2 or
cooldowns.
3.
To the moon.
Nice. Got soldiers on the left. Be careful taking them out.
Soldiers. Oh, he wasted visor there, didn't he?
No,
Back
not
up,
really.
back up, back up.
He did not waste it.
Reloading.
No. We need high noon here whenever you get here, McCree.
Yeah, you want me to use
Yeah, as soon as you get to choke.
That brig was chasing me so hard. Just run. Watch us run. Watch us run. Oh, okay. Raid boss is here. Help us Zarya if we can.
No more ults. No more ults. This is over. This fight's over.
Yep.
So they had to use almost all their stuff there. All we're doing
Okay,
right now
they
is building our
used-
stuff.
They used
Bongo
brig.
and
What do they have? Did they just get more?
yeah, they just.
Okay, so we're just gonna do another dry fight. No, we ain't using anything here, so let's just speed in, die, and get ults. All we're doing. No ults here. we get an
Someone's on the high
opportunity,
ground
then we
far
might
right.
use something. But
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm not planning on using anything here.
Damn. Yeah, Doom's up.
That's fine.
Nah,
Just go and get ults and die. That's all we're doing. Building ults. There's no need
There's
to
Mara.
worry about anything here. All right, we're down 2. All right, let's go ahead and get out. We got 3, 4 ults coming online. Let's go ahead and get out. We'll see if we can end this here. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna grab Pulse whenever our Lucio comes back. So let's just
Nano's up here.
let's wait for Lucio. There's nobody dying. We just play slow. We're just waiting on our Lucio.
Our Doom dies.
All right,
Oh,
let's,
Doom was
can
one.
we? Well. All right, let's pull back. Let's pull back. Let's pull back.
Yep.
This fight's kind of over.
Oh, I got smashed by that Ryan in the build.
Yeah, that dude's annoying.
Let's just wait and
No, I
reset.
should have asked for heals.
Yep.
Just wait. Just pull back. We already have ults. No need to poke or anything. All right, we're just gonna speed in. We're gonna grab and pulse bomb, and then maybe follow up with shatter. If we need to. All right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Start.
Okay, we need shatter, and we'll need nano, and we'll probably need high noon. Do not die with ults here. McCree, whenever you get here, go ahead, use high noon.
Spread. That's good.
This is overtime, so if you get your ult online, go ahead, use it.
There she goes.
So a couple things I'm looking at when to figure out if we need to use ultimates is going to be like if we get a kill. So like when we have 4 or 5 ultimates online and we're just still kind of playing slow and waiting for our opportunity, then depending on if we get a kill or something like that, then I'll say, all right, we definitely need to use ults here to finish it off. If not, and we don't get any kills, which I don't expect to, then we're not going to use anything. Like I said, when it comes to King of the Hill and stuff like that, it's all really about the timing and stuff and just waiting to build ultimates. At some point, they're going to have more ultimates. If you've been winning every single fight, they're going to have more ultimates. If not, and after it's 99-0 or something, or 85-0, you can lose 2-3 fights depending on how long they take. And just build your ultimates. They will have to use an ultimate almost every single fight, guaranteed. If they don't, then you probably end up getting a pick, and then if you get a pick and it's a viable pick or decent pick, then I would maybe invest 1 ultimate, maybe 2, just to get something out of them. And if it seems like you got a really big opportunity for something, then yeah, go ahead, go all in. But it's really going to be a gray area and stuff like that. Just make sure you have enough ultimates to be able to do another fight with ultimates if needed. So like when we have the 5 ultimates online, I'm telling us what we're going to be opening with if possible, and then following up with something else if we need to. So those are things that you're going to be looking for. A lot of times when it comes to Mercurial, it's either going to be zoning stuff out or maybe to buy us space, or because as soon as McCree comes out, they're going to be pulling back and playing a little defensive. If it's almost overtime or something and McCree uses ult, they either touch point or they die. They ain't gonna be able to do both. So that's kind of like why I'm using it for the end there. But a lot of times we're building other ultimates up first and going from there. When I said to use the nano and grab, those are the only 2 ultimates that we had online. For the people that was alive, they're still playing aggressive. So, and they're using ultimates. We got a couple kills, but they also got a couple kills as well. We're using 2 ults to stop their momentum pretty much completely. Nanos to save somebody's life or to give Zarya high extra charge or whatever. The grab is there to do damage, and so that we can at least kind of zone them back while we buy time for the rest of our team to come back. That's pretty much what that's going to be used for. And then all we do is give them space. Once we get people come back in, then we can engage with more ultimates that are coming back online. So those are things that I'm looking for when it comes to if we're going to use ults and when we're going to use ults and stuff like that on my thought process. All right, Now, do any of you guys have any questions or anything like that before we get started with our last little phase of this lobby?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So now it's going to be you guys' turn to use ultimates and stuff. So how this is going to work is I'm not going to coordinate any of you guys' ultimates anymore. What I'll do for the first round, because we should have enough time to do two. For the first round, I'll ask what ult are we going to use. First come, first serve. If you want to use your ultimate, you need to speak up and say something. If not, then you won't get to use anything. We're not going to combo anything. If you want to follow up with something, then you can say, hey, I can follow up after if it doesn't get anything. So we can do like 1, maybe 2 follow-ups if needed. If we end up having 4 or 5 ultimates online for some reason, we can do up to 2 follow-ups. But does this also apply to defensive ult? Yes. So
What if someone got like a 6-man grab and I have dragon?
then you should have already communicated that with that first. If you're not in this, so if you're at 85% or something, say you're almost at dragon, or let's say you have dragon. We'll do the easy one first. And I said, all right, what else are we going to use this fight? Oh, I'm going to grab this fight. All right, I can follow up with dragon if we need to. Because just because you have dragon doesn't necessarily mean you need to use that. Because say if they have a beat or they have immortality field, the dragon's not going to kill anybody. So we can always swing into it, and then we can dragon after, like toward the end of the grab while they're still there, and then still use that that dragon to push in and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily something you need to combo, but we'll just kind of go from there. If you're at 85% on your ult, go ahead, speak up if you want to use it mid-fight. Defensive ultimates, that's going to be on you guys to use defensive ultimates. Well, defensively, you can use it if it's to counter another ultimate. If you're going to counter another ultimate, you can use it defensively. If not, and it's for momentum, you need to coordinate with your team that we're going to use it. If not, don't use the ultimate. So if they don't use any ults and we need to keep the momentum going, then you need to let us know, hey, I'm going to beat to keep the momentum. Let's keep pushing forward. If not, then we keep going from there. All right. Any other questions before we get started on this last little phase? No? Okay. If you happen to be in stream and I didn't say thank you for your follow.
The idea of an ult caller is actually pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. What? You should definitely come in on Monday.
I'm definitely doing that.
Well, come in on Monday and you'll get way more information on calling stuff. This is the basics of Overwatch. Monday is a very more in-depth on communication. Monday and Tuesdays are usually communication lobbies, so.
Well, Tuesdays is no scrims.
Yeah, Tuesdays I'm trying to do 2-hour Tuesdays. That's probably what I'm going to call it, 2-hour Tuesdays, where we do scrims, where it's the communication lobby, but on a much bigger scale. So, and I think what I'm going to do is limit it to 12 people. The first 12 people in, it gets in, and then after that, if you're watching in stream or something and somebody leaves, then you can feel free to come in and join. But I'm going to limit it to 12 people.
Can we like spectate?
I mean, that's what the stream's for. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's delayed by 33 seconds.
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna say. For right now, no. Not yet. Once I get the format of everything done, since this will be the second time doing it, then yes, I do want to have spectators later on. But at the moment, I just want to keep it the lobby and me. And then we'll move on from there.
I'm gonna play Widow here.
I'll play some Hanzo.
What do you guys want?
Whatever you want to play. I don't care.
We don't. Do we have any use for Anna? Yeah, Anna would be nice.
You got a
Defensive ult.
Stand up, pole driver.
Well, it's just more so of like, can we heal the people that are playing long range?
Yeah. Maybe a Mercy too, because then she can get around to all the DPS players.
Either one would work. But I mean,
Yeah,
if you are running a Lucio Mercy, you have a very low output of healing.
Yeah.
So
That's why I went on Let's crack it over here.
Yeah, I'm so confused how this is working right now.
Ball tech.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna go on
I
the
don't play
top
balls,
so
so
I
I
can
don't know any
utilize
of
my
that.
shield for Anna and Baller.
Okay. There's that Ana jump. Again.
Pocket Genji or pocketing. Mercy's pocketing Genji.
There you go. They're coming up. Oh god. Ryan. He's purple. Oh, he's not.
Sorry, no personal.
I gotta.
Don't
get
fight
the-
Ryan outside.
There's somebody behind us.
Ryan's purple. Oh, where are you going? If you need heals, just holler. I'm helping out Ryan and he's joking.
Hanzo needs this.
Oh, they're
There's
all
one. Anna on late. Behind you, Anna. On your wall.
Yo,
I got Shatter. Is everybody near me?
Yeah, I can follow up on that if I get healed.
No.
Oh, I got smashed, but I saved my
So-
ult.
Yeah, so
I got
you
88.
called your shatter when you had it instead of calling it at 85%.
Through that.
So we could
He's
actually
purple.
be
He's
able.
purple. Ah, help me.
There's
I
also
know.
mana, so this
Yeah.
fight's lost. All right, so since we finally get a reset in, what else are we gonna use this fight?
Let's start it off with Shatter.
Okay.
I think if we gather where I am at, they'll be grouped up for the Shatter.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm
they are.
going
Get
to
ready.
use my
Hey, get ready, get ready.
sight thing.
No.
Okay.
Anything?
He blocked.
Ryan's on.
I'm gonna look for mines.
Okay.
Spread,
watch out.
spread.
It's behind.
Oh no, it is behind. Hey, you guys are.
I don't know where the
Heals, we pick
junkyard
up.
is though.
Yeah, I'm backing out.
I have no idea. Okay.
All right. So what else? What else
if
are we
they-
gonna
if
use
they
this
get up in
fight?
our faces. If they get up in our faces, I can just nano Ryan and we can go ham on them.
All right.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna.
gonna stop them here.
Looks like they're coming on the
Just to
top.
buy us time.
All right. I'm gonna open with dragons here.
Okay.
That's Zarya's low.
I'm flipping.
Oh, what the heck? I'm
They
still
solo
having these
grabbed.
traps. That's weird. Coming, Hanzo.
Banana
Oh,
right.
back on the back.
He's purple. Can't fucking aim today, I guess. Okay, we're halfway up the. Get on if we can. I'm gonna. Ryan, if you stay up the banana, you said.
You can just behind.
At
Send
this
it.
point.
Shit.
All right. So wasn't terrible. With you guys using ults. Thing that lost us there is kind of our positioning and not really holding the high ground. We kind of gave that to him for free. But one thing like the shatter, he's at 85%, 90, didn't really say anything, and then you're like, all right, I have shatter here. By the time you're actually getting ready to use shatter, you get charged. So instead of planning proactively, you're kind of waiting for it to happen. And this is something that happens a lot in lower ranks, is that you wait for it to already have happened and then you say something rather than like calling it out when you're going to when you need to.
That's exactly what happened, because when I said it, that's when I should have used it.
Yeah. If you would have said, if you would have told us, hey, I'm gonna have shatter, I'm gonna be looking for shatter here at 85%. Okay, cool. Like, and that goes for everybody. If you're at 85% and you might have an opportunity to use something, mention it. Let us know so that we can follow up on it. But if you wait till you have it and then you're gonna say something, it doesn't. A lot of times, and a lot of times in Overwatch, it's like everybody's at around the same percentage. So if you use yours first, you win that fight. If you use yours last, you lose that fight. And it may come down to 1 or 2%, whoever gets theirs first and whoever hits Q first. So it's going to be one of those things that you gotta that you're really going to be wanting to look out for, and making sure you're able to do something when needed to be done. All right. Any questions or anything like that before we get on to our next Our
Well,
last lobby.
The mines are just to buy like time, right? Like deny some area so you can.
Yeah, you can buy it.
Reset or
Yeah,
something.
you can do that. But I mean, like I said, you want to let us know and stuff like you did. So you can open with whatever. And any ults that you want to use, you want to make sure your team's able to follow up on them so that we can get value from them. So if you're going to open with mines in a fight, cool. You use the mines, you put it behind them, and we push forward so that now they get booped into the mines or they're stuck in where they're at. Okay. So
Yeah, because I was gonna mines when we shattered, but I didn't call it out, so I was like, oh.
yeah,
okay,
there's no real need to do it when they like if you're gonna mines when they shatter, like just shoot them. Like we have enough damage
No,
coming out
like,
and stuff. If
we
we
missed the shatter, so I just swung in and mines came up while I was in the air, but I didn't call that out.
well, that should have been something that you called when you was at 85%.
Yeah.
So if you would have said, "Hey, I can follow up with this if I get it, if we need it," you could say that. Like I said, your idea when it comes to planning ultimates is literally be planning a fight in advance or a little bit in advance. You can't be thinking of in the moment situation. It's all about pre-planning and understanding what you can do. And then it comes down to the decision on like, okay, do I need to do it or do I not need to do it? So those are things you want to be looking for there. All right. So let's go into our last one, and this will be our last little showcase. So how this is going to work? This is going to be like another diagnostic match, where I'm not going to coordinate anything or anything like that. We're going to play all the way through. So ideally, try not to waste your ults or anything like that. But this is just going to be to see how good you guys are using your ults and coordinating and stuff like that with your team compared to the first time when you guys was playing. So, all right. I guess, is there any last questions of anything that anybody wants to ask? I know I asked this earlier, but just before. No? Okay. Let's go ahead and do it for our last one. My mic, I'll have my mic muted again. So if you need me to do something or you want to coordinate anything with me, I'll do my best to coordinate. If not, you guys kind of make plays and stuff, and then you guys can coordinate my ultimate. I'm not going to coordinate my ultimate, so you guys will coordinate mine as well. On what you guys are wanting to do. So.
Okay.
So I'm really curious to see. Also, if you are in stream, either mute the stream or leave the stream if you're in stream once again. So I'm really curious to see how good they do against like now, because they are getting a little better. They showed a little bit of improvement. I can kind of almost guarantee that their very first match that they did is not going to be anywhere close to what they did before. Like if you guys seen that Volskaya match where they just kind of used 4 ultimates all at once, like it was like one after the other. Like we got 4 kills already. Why are we using Valk after we get 4 kills? So like, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. But if it does, then we can we'll go from there. So I think what I'm going to do next time when I do the lobby is I'll keep in mind what they have the first round, if it is ultimates, and then we're going to play that same exact thing.
Okay.
Alright, Sniper, what are you playing? And then I'll just kind of pick around you, or you guys can go ahead and let me know what you guys want me to play.
It was a mistake to play Widow last match.
Alright, I'll go ahead and go with it. I only try to play heroes that I have.
I like the Zarya more than I like the ball.
That I have.
Oh yeah, the ball was
Widow
Especially
or
for this map.
Overwatch League since.
I'd like to do that lender thing. No one expects that. If you're playing bunker with the ball right there, they gonna die. I don't. You're just gonna come in and get duped.
Tracy, you steadily changing these colors to black.
It's so fun when you pull it out and it actually works.
But I guess you get points for when you like gift the subs and stuff.
How do you
So
feel? Oh, he's not talking on this one. Never mind.
Yeah. How do you feel?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so let's see.
Okie doke.
I'm just gonna hold here.
Winston, they have a Winston.
Winston, Echo.
There's ball.
Ball.
Back up, Brian.
Back
Back.
behind. Bob behind Widow.
That's big. And there's the echo. Ball's jump. Monkey's in. He's purple. Buster's bubble. I can't hear you. God. I was trying to get.
I ain't getting any heals, and that's kind of like our Ana's way out of
You're
position
only
a
on
lot of
PC heals
times
right
that
now.
I've seen. Like she's
All-
lower
all
ground
point.
and stuff. But she don't really need to be.
Watch out, Echo.
Echo point.
That's what's killing
Start
our
falling
Ana.
back.
Our Ana is dying because of that.
We can give ticks, we can give ticks.
Yeah, true. Just come back for heals. Shh.
We just die, so we're not gonna be able to give ticks.
Alright, I'll probably start the fight off with Shatter if I can. Since we still have
Ball
the
sleeps over there.
Winston.
No, we don't have any ultimates for now. Need to poke hard.
Yeah, we didn't build him up.
Objective lost.
Rekka's going to the high ground.
Probably just pop.
Oh, no, no,
fire.
So, what do we
Right now,
have
guys,
to counter that Winston when he dives?
Not a lot. I mean, hot burn him, but that's about it. He's gonna jump on our widow a lot.
And our Echo, yeah, we're getting surrounded, so.
Yeah, back. Okay.
Monkey low?
Alright, I'm soft to him.
Yeah, we
Monkey
gotta
one.
deal with this. A Kree would be
Be
good.
a save.
Ball.
Yeah, I'm
purple?
gonna switch to
Yeah,
Kree.
ball's just jumping your Ana. I might go. Okay, Kree's good. I might. Mercy Lucy's gonna be tight heals. Is there any way
Yeah,
you can
'cause
play
of-
like? Could you play like Moira or Mercy, or I could switch Mercy. Jump on Ana.
Our heals aren't necessarily too
I
terrible.
have dragon. I'm gonna use dragon.
That freaking body
guys, we're gonna
block
roll
behind the
On
shield.
90% Shatter.
All die?
Are you kidding me? Did I seriously just do that? Bro, right now. I'm 90 for Ana.
Circuits engaged. McCree.
If we can actually, I don't. We shouldn't waste. We shouldn't
No,
waste
Adaptive
dragons on this.
circuits
one.
engaged.
Let's back up.
Get back, get back, get back.
Yeah, get hard back, hard back, hard. Hit S.
We're
They're
kind of getting
putting ults
spanked
in
here. We
with
gotta
it.
stop.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is get regrouped. The second point is kind of a throw. We didn't really get
It
very
looks like
many
we're just
resets.
straight up staggering the entire game.
Yeah, we gotta get back.
We can...
Okay.
They don't have defensive, we just grab
No,
dragon.
we're gonna. Yeah.
I mean, I have Shatter available now.
They also don't. I think we wait
Oh,
for
that's the
Winston.
dragon.
Okay,
No,
dragon. Grabbing. No dragons. No dragons. No dragons. Monkey.
We can shatter
Falling.
next fight.
Okay, so we can just.
No, we
this
don't
is
need
a
it.
nice little lane here, so we can. We
Okay,
can
now
just
we can
dragons
reset.
on that. We don't need grab. Yeah, back up a little bit. Just play corner. If they come this way, just hold up. Careful.
Oh, thought he was coming toward me.
Monkey, you're separated by shield. There you go. I'm sleeping.
We can shatter.
Winston's like.
Yeah.
He's about to get a mega health.
Ball sleep. Monkey's on your.
You healed?
This monkey's destroying me, guys. I don't want to switch to Mercy because our healing's.
We need a
really
Reaper
bad.
probably.
Watch it. Back up. I think.
Yeah, once I drag in, I'll switch to Reaper.
Yeah, wait for them
Yeah,
to
you
come
can
down
drag-
that lane.
you can
trying to-
drag 'em
As soon as they're
point.
on point. Yeah, wait till they're on point though. That's good. Ryan, if you want nano, just holler.
They're doing
We
a
can
lot
push
better
in
on
and
coordinating
nano
their
Ryan.
You're
stuff.
probably
So.
Let's
We're
wait
up
for a
one.
second. Ball behind
Need
it.
to
Ball
build
behind.
two.
Ball behind.
We need to build our off.
Ball sleeping. He's purple. Ball behind her. He's like
Okay,
way in our
reset.
back line, guys.
Reset.
We're gonna...
Yeah, back up a little bit. Play one. This
Ball.
ball.
Reset. A sniper reset. Okay.
We
when
play
next
back
time
and
Switching
they
to
push
Reaper.
into us.
That's what.
Okay, when they
Like,
push into us,
grab
I'm gonna nano.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
We can kind
Oh.
of...
Reinhardt.
Watch.
They have a Shatter. They have a Shatter.
I'm close to grab.
Send it. Fight.
Oh, fucking.
Good.
You're alone there, Ryan.
There you go. Help her run. Get that bubble on.
A really good ultimate usage because like
I was able to push him back.
they
Watch
that
it,
stopped them
Lines.
from kind of pushing in.
We gotta just there you go.
So
I'll grab early.
Walk
Okay,
back.
so I
You
have
guys need
Shatter
to
now. Shatter's up coming this fight.
Okay.
I'm grabbing and then follow up if nothing dies. Okay.
Hey, yeah, we gotta. He called that out. We gotta be careful with that, man. Save grab for when they get grouped up in this doorway.
All right, back up.
That could have
McCree's on the
fucked
far
us.
left.
If
I'm
we
at
would
80
have
for a minute.
grabbed, like that was really good discipline from Brandon, but
This
that was
grab's big, I
really risky
can
from
nail
our
Ryan if
Ryan
they end up
because we
having
don't
a
have
counter
anything
over.
for the next fight if we would have used both of them.
They don't have it, but we can farm shatter over
Ryan's
that.
coming in, incoming on the left. Ryan incoming left.
Yeah, I'm grabbing.
Okay.
They
Swing,
blocked
swing,
it.
swing, swing on it. Kill that
I'm
Ryan,
gonna
kill that Ryan.
use Death Watch.
Shit, he's purple.
We need to defend.
Okay, good ult, good ult. Good cleanup.
Kill her. Nice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to use Nano more as like a defensive here. I don't want to have to use it to engage fights, but if they like get up in our face, Ryan is going to you.
Okay.
Reap.
I really just want
Watch
to
it.
farm out right there.
Back up, jump, S, 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 S.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
Go, Ryan.
Wait,
Should have nanoed the nano.
Nah, I know that. I'm gonna nano you six back. We gotta fight this. Maybe not.
I have shatter.
You guys clean this up. I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
Oh, I have bad shatter. Bad shatter.
Yeah, we're just getting got here.
Oh, what do you have? Oh, okay, the echo was behind.
Wait, he wasn't really ready for
I'm
the
just gonna
shadow.
die on point.
They're purple. Why'd you die at point? Wait, you could've. We had time. So we had a second backup.
Yeah, because we
Back
can
up, you can't.
recontest
Back
now.
up. We have like a tiny recontest. Okay, well now we're going with 5. Okay, get in there, Lucy.
Oh, they got me.
God damn it! I keep trying to hit Q and they keep knocking me around. Alright, we were playing.
So
real
it was
bad
a
there.
little
We
better,
just
but
were in
it
their face
was
too much. And we need to hit S.
like,
And we didn't want to do fast enough.
Yeah.
one thing that lost us that was at nano. All right, so let's go
Okay.
over like what was good and what was bad. You can watch this real quick. So one thing, you guys are definitely coordinating your ults a lot better. So you guys did really good there. A lot of the times, at least trying to coordinate some stuff. There's a couple times where we just kind of used stuff a little freely, where we didn't necessarily need to. Like the beat would have been fine, and or the blossom would have been fine, but like not really coordinating the blossom, you kind of did the same thing that Ryan did on Horizon.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was opportunity.
yeah, but we didn't need it because the beat was coming out. If we would have known that you was gonna blossom, we probably wouldn't have needed to use the beat because they were all shattered anyways. And we didn't, and then we would have just wiped them up from that, and then we would have been able to use beat for the next fight. Or if you would have just waited for our beat to come out, you would have just been able to shoot them normally, and then you would have had blossom for the next fight rather than having to die and feed trying to get another ultimate. The same thing almost happened with our Grav and our Reinhardt ult. Our Zarya called that we're going to Grav first, and then our Ryan just kind of freely shattered. Luckily,
I was about to press
yeah,
Q.
luckily, like they didn't use ult because that would have definitely threw the game. And it wouldn't have necessarily been our Zarya's fault. It would have been our Ryan's fault for just not listening, because those are two major tank ultimates that we can build ultimates with and either win team fights with. But that was a very bad play by our Reinhardt, just hitting Q just because they see an opportunity. Like I said, you have to coordinate with your team. If you don't, then you end up losing ultimates, and that's what happens a lot of times. You end up using 2, 3, 4 ultimates, and then now you just wasted 4 ultimates on a team fight where you already would have won. So, and then one thing, and this kind of is more on the defensive side and everything, for the Ana, like, you don't have to nano Ryan to save the fight. There's more targets you can nano to keep people alive when they're pushing in. You had a whole, like, maybe 10 seconds to hit Q when they're pushing in, to nano our Zarya to keep her up, but you didn't. You was trying to wait for Ryan, which, it's great that you wait for Ryan, but Ryan's already dead. Zarya needs to stay alive so she can keep that high charge so they can build another ultimate. Those are things that you need to be looking for there. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I think that goes for the end of that.
Yeah,
You guys did
I was
improve a
trying to-
little bit, but
Sorry.
you guys definitely need to make sure you guys are listening to the communication if you have communication on your team. If not, then obviously you don't. But big thing is going to be like, if you're not communicating with anybody, let your team know that you're going to be using ults every fight. If not, you're just going to be hitting Q and then expecting, you can't expect the other people not to hit Q, because they're going to see the same opportunity and they're all going to hit Q at the same time, because all you guys see the same opportunity. So make sure you don't waste ults. All right. Any questions or anything like that you guys have?
I have a question.
Yes,
How
go
do we
ahead.
encourage teammates for like, I guess that's not a great question.
Any
Is there-
question's going to be
some people
better
are
than
gonna
no
use their ults
question.
whenever they
So
want, right? So
feel free to ask, and then I'll give you my best answer to it. So I don't know if it's a bad
Yeah,
question
but-
unless you ask.
Well, okay, so like in times, you know, in those cases, like I had called my ult out and I didn't get really any response or feedback. So at those times, I didn't really know anybody was dead. So I mean, I think like even better communication would you know help those situations. Like people have to speak out when they're dead or alive. Not everyone can know.
Well, one thing I can say is just watch kill feed, because that gives
Yeah.
you that.
Or
Next
press
thing, or hit tab. But if you're going to shatter and stuff, like the one, what shatter are you talking about?
the last one, the bad one, the really bad one.
Oh, that wasn't because nobody was dead or alive. That's because our Zarya already called that they was going to use ult.
Oh,
Yeah.
did they?
Yes.
I didn't.
No,
Yeah,
no,
see,
no.
I didn't listen.
The one you're talking about, it was only on a Kree and Ryan alive, and Ryan went for
Yeah.
a flank, and he shattered, but I don't know what happened, but it was only Kree and unalive to follow up.
Yeah, because I used I think only 3 shatters.
Okay, then that one, it's just going to be like, normally if I'm talking, I would say if I can follow up on it or stuff like that. But if you feel like if you have it before and you don't use it, and they use ultimates and stuff beforehand, you're probably not going to have an chance to get a good value from it. Big thing is literally you just got to watch the kill feed, and you can just ask your team, hey, can I shatter? And if you feel like you don't have enough people behind you, if you can't turn around, you can't hit tab or something like that for whatever reason, then 9 times out of 10, if you got the time, we had another engagement there. So don't waste it and don't try to do some big risk play. It's going to be much better to give them the extra 10 meters or whatever. You're going to have another fight. If you die on the point, so it stops the payload, stuff like that. Type in the group, hey, I'm going to shatter this fight. Be ready for shatter. So then you can be sure that when you come back, everybody knows they're going to be having that shatter, instead of just trying to like maybe go for some hero clutch play that may or may not work.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
On the first point, because we could have just easily give 1 or 2 ticks and then re-engage.
Yeah, we definitely could have, but I mean, like I said,
Out, dude.
we're not necessarily working. I wasn't working on positioning. That's more of a positioning and disengaging and engaging thing. You guys didn't really have too bad of an issue on that. It was the ultimates that's going to lose your games, and that's like one of the biggest things that I think that was there. I think positioning was y'all second worst. Was that y'all second worst? So
Well, our first couple of games, it was, you said we were doing fine. I feel like we just kind of like shit the bed like as we went on. I think we were kind of hyper focusing on this. Like we have to, like ults have to be perfect because that's what we were.
Yeah, you can only work on one.
yeah, you're only going to work on one thing. Like the first
Yeah.
couple games y'all did, when I'm coordinating this stuff, then yeah, it's obviously going to work well. But I mean, as you play, I think the MMR actually increases or whatever, depending on how good we're winning and stuff like that. So you get harder opponents as you go on. But in the last one, it really shows on how well you guys are coordinating your stuff. And you guys did a lot better. There wasn't so many stacked ultimates. There was a couple thrown ultimates, but overall, you guys did a lot better than that first one. I was very happy that you guys did not. Oh yeah, I can invite you back. I was very happy that you guys did not end up using 3 or 4 ultimates at once. So that was pretty good there. But overall, I think you guys did improve a little bit. You guys just need to understand a little bit on momentum and stuff like that when using ultimates. But all right.
Hey, can we have your info and stuff so we can follow up?
Oh yeah.